Welcome to Sprout League 2. Today we have a match that was originally supposed to be yesterday, but has been rescheduled today, between Kingjester and Roropro. Now, we're doing this through Cherno's server rather than NetPlay as we usually do it, so the volumes might be a bit different. The game does sound quite loud to me. I don't know if it sounds loud to any of you. Currently for the maps, we have the Amphitheatre, Deep Blue, Bottomless Sewer, and Battle Yard as the 4 options for the first round. Both participants are voting for Deep Blue. Yeah, I thought so. Let's fix that. There we go, I halved the parsec full. Is that any better? Well, it seems Kingjester still isn't ready. Okay, never mind. Let the round begin! You know what, screw this. I'm gonna turn the volume down even more. There we go. That's better. Roropro immediately gets approached by the yellow boy. It seems neither player knows particularly well how to play the very specific opening of this layout, but then I don't expect someone without a sufficient amount of experience would. Given it is rather specific to this layout. But if Roropro was using the camera right here, then he would have definitely had better accuracy against the wall just then. So currently, I literally quartered it, and it's still too high. Fine, it's now 2%. Oh, okay then. Yeah, I actually like this a lot better as well. Roropro grabbing out some cherries. He already has a slight advantage, I think. Yep, definitely a slight advantage. Wouldn't say more than slight right now, but definitely an advantage. And those cherries could potentially give me even more of one. As we have the Stun Storm slowing Kingjester down. He manages to dodge it, but his Pikmin don't. Next up is the Bomb Storm, which Jester successfully manages to avoid. Only for a second Stun Storm to be sent his way now, as Roropro has finished plucking. Well, no, he hasn't. He thought he had, but he hasn't. And is now ready to move out. Finds the 50th Pikmin and gets on the move. First let me feel with this Dumple, but that should be easy. Yep. Here comes Kingjester with the Sticky Bomb, which he drops there rather than throwing in front of him. Now the squads are similar. In fact, Kingjester probably has slightly more Pikmin here. Well, apart from the fact that he just lost a couple to the Dumple. Roropro is out-positioning him as well, so he is likely to get this marble. As Roropro brings the Pikmin into you with that Dumple, another one approaches. But is getting stuck now. Kingjester comes all this way to try and steal the marble. But it doesn't work. Kingjester is going to need a new strategy. And these minis are likely to be quite a big part of it. He's already got 2, he's getting 2 more. Now he'll just need one last one. Roropro will need all but 5 of the remaining ones. That said, Roropro does already have a full marble. And is the first back out to find another. There's another in that room there. Guarded by a Dumple. But it is available. Actually, there are 2 marbles in this room. Roropro chooses not to spicy here, seeing Kingjester approaching. Jester waits out the bomb, and now approaches. Having more Pikmin on him than Roropro has in total, as Roropro bitters Jester's unspicy squad! Kingjester could then have leapt into action with an unbitterable spicy, had he not gotten over 10 of his Pikmin eaten by the Bulborb larvae. Now Roropro is at a significant advantage. And Kingjester is scrambling to figure out what to do now. Okay, he decides the path forward is growth to undo the losses he suffered to the larvae. Well, the problem is, he's between a rock and a hard place right now, as Roropro has enough of an advantage as a result of that to simply steal these corpses. This was a tactic Rain used to use against me constantly. It's very annoying, but it's very effective too. It makes me hate someone for using it, but you honestly cannot blame them. yes, they played a bingo for the first time ever. Huh. Well, good for you. Bingo is certainly its own experience. I'm honestly not sure how much I like it or not. There are things I like about it, and there are things I don't like about it. But yeah, back to the match. Roropro has discovered 5 cherries in one spot here. And now prepares to head into the true mid of the map with a spicy. But all of these spicy Pikmin are getting eaten by the Dumples, so Roropro better be careful. Oh dear, there are loads of Dumples here and they are causing quite a lot of trouble. But Kingjester needs to be equally careful. As now, Roropro has used his last bitter on spicy again, meaning Kingjester now has 2 unbitterable spices, but is not using either of them. Jester needs to return to base. He needs to return to base and pluck as soon as possible. He has 2 unbitterable spices and needs to use them. He could wipe the floor with Roropro if he does, assuming he can get there. Okay, yeah, he needs to get there. He needs to get there now! He could win this if he gets there right now. Like, right now. And uses the spicy. Yes! Ropro's gonna try to block the Pikmin, but I think enough of them will make it! Throw! Yes, he's throwing them! It's working! He has now got to a point where he can successfully punish Ropro's earlier mistakes. But he needs to keep at it! He's able to use these spices, but he needs to get sufficient value out of them. Right, he's on the move again. Roropro needs any... Roropro did not specifically need that marble. He needs any one single yellow marble. But I believe... Oh dear! Kingjester mistimed the spicy, so only a few of the Pikmin were affected. Well, now Roropro's here. But I feel like we're just gonna run into a Dumple situation again, where Roropro gets a bunch of his Pikmin eaten. Well, Kingjester has now returned to base, and now it gets the full marble from the minis. And now it is indeed going to come down to those marbles in mid. Roropro rapidly getting away with 1 here. Kingjester can bring up more reinforcements, but he needs to do it quickly! Well, Roropro will have the advantage of proximity, which he already does. This is over. If only Kingjester hadn't screwed up that second spicy, I've been able to get more value out of the first. But it seems like all of the messages showed up. All the ones I can see. Maybe one of them didn't even send. YouTube can be like that sometimes. But yeah, the score now is Roropro 1, Kingjester 0. apparently King Jester was not aware about the puddle of nectar there. And that was likely the reason he lost. Honestly, that is quite rather unfortunate. Yeah, it only sent the message with you saying that no one you know plays Pikmin IRL. But yeah, honestly, I feel like a large part of the reason Sprout House has taken off as much as it has, despite starting from literally nothing, is because a large number of the people here, if not most of the people here, had no one to play with IRL. In fact, yeah, one of the whole reasons I created this server was because I had no one to play with IRL, except my sister, who wasn't really that into it, and my best friend, who I couldn't see because of COVID. Well, looks like we got Bottomless Sewer for the second map. Let the round begin! Oh dear! Roropro loses 5 Pikmin to the Cannon Beetle very early in the game, putting King Jester at a significant advantage, but once again, that's only going to matter if Jester can actually make sufficient use of that advantage, and it also assumes that nothing similarly bad happens to him. Which it very well might be about! Okay, that was just one death. It seems what I said was right. Despite initial setbacks, Roropro is actually ahead right now. Roropro keeps making mistakes, but King Jester keeps failing to capitalize on those mistakes. And so Roropro eventually manages to recover and win. That said, it's still actually very early in the round. This could definitely still change. As now Jester is making his way to mid. With more Pikmin, even if he gets there later. Taking this Cannon Beetle out of the picture early. And now gets started on marble on his own side and the center marble of this bridge. He should really focus on the center one rather than on his own side. But yeah, he's taking that as well to keep growing. Take another cherry. He's actually going for all 3 marbles on this bridge, even the one on Ropro's side. There's a sheer wing in front of that marble, but it's luckily just one sheer wing. Now Roropro is doing the predictable, but, well, predictable for a reason, it makes perfect sense, move, of intercepting the marble on his own side, but Kingjester actually takes Pikmin off the marble on his side to go and reinforce it while Ropro's busy in his base. Very smart move, and it's working predictably effectively. Now Kingjester gets to keep Roropro in his base for even longer with the Bomb Storm, which actually has the effect of Roropro leaving? No, he's just coming back. As now Kingjester has successfully collected 3 marbles. Well, 2 and then imminently a 3rd. But he's distracted by this snitch bug, while Roropro is outgrowing him. Kingjester is hoping to close this out quickly with a spicy. Roropro responds with a counter spicy. Kingjester is trying to avoid being full bittered. Kingjester tries to use a bitter, but seems to have missed it. And it seems Roropro will be getting all 3 of these marbles because of Kingjester's misplay. That said, it seems the Puffy Blowhog managed to blow enough of Ropro's Pikmin off the map for the Pikmin counts to be very similar again. But now Roropro has suffered so many hits with this sheer wing that he is 1 hit away from being down. Now Kingjester needs to be very careful. He needs to not walk his Pikmin off the map. Okay, good. We have his 2nd spicy, but Roropro still has a spare bitter from earlier. It's a majority bitter, as Kingjester failed to get the most of his Pikmin away quickly enough. As Kingjester is dead set on taking this marble from right inside Ropro's base, while Roropro is plucking back his strength, and now he's going to try blocking him. And so far, this seems to be working decently well, but not quite well enough, it seems. Or no, I think it is working well enough. At least for a while. Yeah, no, Kingjester's only barely holding on to this. Oh wait, no, Roropro might actually be able to... Yeah, no, I think Jester's barely still holding on here. Grabs 11 Pikmin, heads back to shore it back up. Puffy Blowhog is delaying it, but Jester is determined to get it moving again. Uses his final bitter against the Blowhog, giving Roropro an unbitterable spicy, which he's now using. Jester needs to hope that he can block these Pikmin, or just render them irrelevant by getting his marble in as quickly as possible. Otherwise, he's cooked. Ropro's here already. He's taking it already. He's blocking him already. He's using the spare bitter. And he's getting away with the marble. Roropro will have this marble, and it will be 3-3. Kingjester does not have the means to change this. Oh wait, no, he might. Oh, well, he would have if he hadn't walked 4 of his Pikmin off the map. Now it comes down to the last model remaining on the map, which is inside the Puffy Blowhog. Roropro has the advantage with 5 more Pikmin. But Kingjester is about to grow 8 more. Kingjester's numbers versus Ropro's proximity. Well, actually, no. Roropro will have the numbers too with that sheer wig. And the cherries as well. Yeah, I think Roropro wins this. Unless... Here's the marble. It's on Kingjester's side. Here's the blowhog. Kingjester's trying to get the blowhog further over onto his side. But it actually goes off to Ropro's side. Jester's grabbing cherries. Dealing with these dweebles. Blowhog's back over on Jester's side now. Volatile Dweevil sent in by Roropro. Jester runs away. Only for Kingjester to get 14 of his Pikmin crushed by the Rock Storm! I do not see a way forward for Kingjester at this point unless Roropro manages to accidentally fall off the map. That, at this point, is the only way I see Kingjester winning. But the craziest thing is, that could happen. Roropro wins if, and only if, he can survive. But if he can survive, he has this in the bag. Kingjester is desperately trying to get involved, but he just does not have the Pikmin anymore. The blowhog is finally down, and the marble falls off the map, and gets reburied on Kingjester's side. But that does not matter anymore when Roropro has 18 more Pikmin, 17 more Pikmin, 16 more Pikmin. $15 more Pikmin. 13 more Pikmin. 11 more Pikmin. Oh dear, this could be very bad for Kingjester. Run, 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 run! Take the corpse, take the corpse, take the corpse, take the cherry, take the corpse and the cherry. Oh dear, no, here comes Roropro. He wants the marble. He's got the marble. This is over. Unless this cherry can save the day, this is over. And this cherry will not save the day. 11 Pikmin advantage. Positional advantage for days. There is no way Jester wins this match. Roropro 2, Kingjester 0. So now we have the bands for third round. Combat Zone, Decayed Garden, Deep Blue, and Spider's Den. Those are the options we have right now. Currently, it looks like Decayed Garden is the pick. Never mind. We actually have the winner, which is the option to play the most banned map that's not currently banned. And that is... not General's Court, not Silver Skirmish, not Volta Metalworks. What is it? Is it... yes, it seems it is Bulbear Basin. Let the round begin! So Roropro got the Bulbear and has successfully killed it, although he did lose 3 Pikmin in doing so. But the 12 Pikmin gained from the Bulbear will definitely outweigh that, especially given Kingjester has failed to match that, failed to compensate for that in the same amount of time. Roropro is already... he is already capitalizing further on his advantage. Ready to throw those... No, that's 7. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. And now Roropro is 12, and bring another 8 with that blowhog. And get to 37, as Kingjester is still on... well, now 28. Be 32 with that one. Roropro is going for 2 cherries and a marble on his own side. He could definitely go for the center marble here. Whistle the Pikmin off, and I think that's what he's going to do. Go for this center one. Yes, it seems so. Now, he's got to be careful, because Kingjester is bringing more Pikmin there than Roropro he currently has there. Roropro does have more Pikmin in total, but that doesn't mean he can use them all now. Alright, that buys Roropro some time. What he needs to do with this time is he needs to go back and get the rest of his Pikmin. That barrier only lasts 10 seconds. Roropro, go back to base! Don't even bother plucking, just get those. Those should be enough. Alright, he's done it. And that means Roropro has now successfully secured 2 marbles. Kingjester is mostly caught up now on the growth. But Roropro's got 2 marbles in this time, and that will certainly be very helpful for him. Having the better opening really does make all the difference. And you can see and feel that difference all the way through to the end game quite often. Unless it's outplayed by good spray usage. And I think spray usage is what it may have to come down to for Jester to stand a chance at this point. Ropro's still growing. There are still more Pikmin to take. More corpses to take. Oh dear. Oh dear! Roropro only bit as the minority of Kingjester's squad, allowing the spicy to be successful. And so Jester will now have 2 marbles as well, but as he finally manages to equalize the marble count, marbleize the equal count, Roropro has grown to 41, and Jester will need an answer to this, which could potentially be another good spicy, but... Oh no! These Shearwigs are the answer! They'll grow him 12! And that will do it! What he needs to do now is make sure that Roropro can't pull a fast one on him. And so he's pulling the fast one first. With an attempted dig on a marble, well on Roropro's side of the map, forcing a response from Roropro that distracts him from the fact that Jester has now caught up in the Pikmin count. Although what this has done is given Roropro his 3rd marble. He needs just 1 more. He is looking for it, but he hasn't found it so far. The last one is likely somewhere on his side. Jester is going to need to take it first. He'll be able to contest it well enough for the spray. Well, now Jester's finished plucking to 42. Heading down this corridor. Good move, good move. Here he is. Here's Roropro. 42 to 41. There's no marble here. I thought there might be a marble here, but there are no marbles remaining in this corridor. Now Roropro's the one chasing Kingjester back into his own base. Before heading back to base himself. No, he's going down the other corridor. Looking for a marble there. Finds a bunch of cherries. Gets one of his Pikmin burned to death. As Kingjester is going for a base rush! Good split. Majority better, but not over yet. Oh dear! Wait, no, Kingjester still has a bitter. He still has a bitter. Roropro has an unbitterable spicy, but I don't think he's gonna have time to use it. He's already using 1 spicy, but this spicy does not have enough Pikmin to warrant the use of a bitter. And so it's failed on arrival. The result? Roropro 2, Kingjester 1! Alright, the winning option is option Joker, which means I've got to roll the... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, okay. Random number from 1 to 8. 7. The most played map. It's not currently banned. Meaning we are going to bottomless sewer. Let the round begin! I think, yeah, both players use the strat. Kingjester is growing faster, definitely faster right now. Already got both Cannon Beetles in, and all the sheer grubs just about. Yep, now we're all in. And that will grow to 46. The Dweevil will get to 50. A couple of Walpoles to 48. Kingjester absolutely play into this advantage. I think that's what he's about to do. He's going for it. Oh dear! Jester just lost 7 Pikmin to that rock storm. Meaning Roropro now has a 7 Pikmin advantage. Can Kingjester take the Puffy Blowhog's marble before Roropro arrives? The answer? It might not even matter, as the Dweevil was actually the one to get it first. It takes Roropro a while to figure out where exactly all of this is going on, but now that he has arrived, he has the clear advantage. Kingjester is going to need to have a good enough pluck defense to outweigh the sheer number of Pikmin Roropro has brought, and I don't think that's going to happen. No, it's already not happening. There's no way Jester gets this marble, especially not with just 3 Pikmin. That's not even enough to take the marble off him, let alone bring it back. Kingjester was having a very strong start until that rock storm. But now he's potentially gaining a new advantage. He's been busy plucking, while Roropro has been distracted by the Dweevil. As a result, he's seeing if he can pull a sneaky heist from a marble on Roropro's side here with the... No! What are you doing?! Running straight into Roropro's base like that, and now he's just aimlessly wandering around Roropro's side of the map, as Roropro is now plucking. Okay, he's taking cherries, that's good. Hopefully he's going to be able to get something good out of this. He's going to need it. 7 Pikmin down. And the Tights. Good start. They get 2 of Ropro's Pikmin to fall off the map. More Larvae too. Oh, look at that! All that lot have successfully killed 12 of Ropro's Pikmin! But now Kingjester, I think, is getting a bit full of himself with this base rush that gets mostly full bittered. But then a +5 from the cherry gives Kingjester the clear squad size advantage. Add on to that the fiery blowhog that's now in Ropro's base. Oh dear, but those larvae are obviously eating Jester's own Pikmin. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. Still, it has allowed Kingjester to prevent Roropro from getting more marbles, even if this base rush failed. But the problem is the Dweevils have taken the marbles that Kingjester would otherwise have managed to secure. Once again, Kingjester heading out early, because he just wants to stop these Dweevils. He just wants to stop them from annoying him. Now Ropro's digging a marble on Kingjester's side, while Jester is more focused on the Dweevils. Now Jester discovers the marble Roropro tried to take and is taking it back. But he's overextending right now. He's split across too many things, allowing Roropro to intercept. Which with 16 Pikmin he's currently trying to do. Now Jester's back on the move. Back trying to take this one. But he doesn't have the Pikmin! He does not have the Pikmin! He's initiating a doomed contest that will do nothing for him but further set him back. As another Dweevil has picked up that other marble. But functionally, it is now 2 marbles to 2, but Roropro has 9 more Pikmin. Well, soon to be 4 more Pikmin. Soon to be 1 Pikmin fewer once Kingjester's dealt with this Dweevil. But what Roropro is going to have, once again, is the advantage of position and timing. Being in the right place at the right time can sometimes be the most important advantage of all. Now Roropro is going for another dig on his own side, and we'll need to find 1 more marble. But where is it? Roropro preemptively blocks Kingjester's squad from being able to intercept, forcing Jester back to base immediately. And there it is. The last marble Roropro needs is well on his side. Kingjester is going to need a spicy to win this. Roropro counter-spicies in advance. Knowing exactly this, he wants to get this marble in before Kingjester stands a chance of stopping it. And is running off, blocking Kingjester's squad in advance as well, even using his final bitter unspicy just to close this out as quickly as he can. And it has worked spectacularly well. Roropro 3, Kingjester 1. Alright, this side of the map appears to be Frozen Forest. Another round, begin! Now, Frozen Forest is a very, very easy map to screw up. So for each participant's sake, we best hope that they don't. Of course, if they both screw up, then not only does it not really matter, but it makes things more interesting. But at the same time, it is possible, even if they both screw up, for one to screw up harder than the other, and for that to just be unfortunate. Alright, we have my favorite Frozen Forest layout. And I want to say hardest, but least easy, I think would be the better phrasing. To screw up layout. Most of the potential for screwing up is related to the gates on all three layouts. It's quite like Construction Fortress and the bridges, but I actually argue it's even more significant than that. Kingjester seems to be... No, I think it's Roropro has the lead right now, actually. These three would be enough to get to 50. Roropro's going for 4. He knows he doesn't need the last one, and he's getting stuck on the gate. See, this is an example of not screwing. While Kingjester is getting started on the gate later and taking more corpses than he actually needs to hit 50. Well, I wouldn't call this screwing up, it's certainly less optimal. As we can see, Roropro will definitely be the first to mid. Oh, but only by like 3 or 4 seconds. And depending on the position of the blowhogs, that might not even end up mattering. Okay, Kingjester wasn't moving, he was just thinking. There wasn't anything wrong, he was just thinking. Taking his time to think about how to approach the blowhogs here. Roropro is the first to make it to the center marble, but Kingjester is the first to start digging it. Roropro is now fully committing, as I expect Jester to do as well. With Pikmin numbers this close, who can get it moving first can make a lot of difference. It's Roropro! It's now so far on Roropro's side, I don't think Jester's going to be able to take it. What Jester is doing, because he knows precisely this, is taking a marble from Roropro's side. But Roropro knows what he's trying to do, and he's not going to let him get away with it, if he can avoid that. Now, if I'm a Jester, I would fully commit, even the ones on that marble there, to the one on Roropro's side. But because he didn't do that, Rooropro's getting that marble now as well. I would say this is the point at which I would consider him to have screwed up. I don't think this is recoverable without spices. And that probably means we're going to see spices in a fair bit. Because the main fights took place on Rooropro's side, Roropro recovers from the fight first. And is now preparing to take these 2 marbles here from his side. Easy pickings. Jester's going to need a good spicy here. Roropro knows this. Once again, he's counter-spicying in advance. Now Jester has arrived. And is fighting Roropro's advanced counter-spicy unspicy. But then Bit is a large chunk of it. Okay. But then Jester is once again overextending, splitting across too many things. But despite this, he has, for now at least, prevented Roropro from winning. Roropro's got 1 marble from here. He would have liked to have both. This means there are 3 marbles remaining on the map. And Kingjester wants to get all 3 of them as fast as he can. with a spicy. Roropro knows exactly where King Jester is, and he's trying to make it over there, but the hairy Bulborb eats a large number of his pigmen as he's trying to make his way over. King Jester is now about to win with both of these marbles, and he's using similar blocking tactics to the one Roropro is using, only for Roropro to use both bitters! And then his spicy, which gets full bittered by King Jester. Well, not quite full bittered, but definitely mostly bittered. And now Jester is using his final unbitterable spicy to close this out. Or is... Jester needs to shore that up. He needs to reinforce it. No, I think he's fine. He's won! He's won! He's done it! He's won! Just about, but he's done it! And that hairy Bulborb is who he has to thank for that. Well, and the fact that Roropro used both the bitters at the same time. But mainly the hairy Bulborb. Roropro 3, King Jester 2. So the options this time are Bobbin Grotto, Frozen Forest, Emperor's Arena, and Citadel of Steel. Currently it looks like Bobbin Grotto is slightly in the lead. It's Roropro's choice. And that is what we get. Let the round begin! Seems both players have secured one group of Boltmen each, but most critically, Roropro secured the group in mid. There is one more group of Boltmen, and it is on Roropro's side. All he needs to do is find it, or wait for it to come to him. Oh wait, no, I was wrong! The third group of Boltmen is with Kingjester! And it's made its way over to him already! See, I thought Roropro got the mid one. But no, that was the one on his own side. It just looked like it was coming from mid. Kingjester has actually got both of those groups of Boltmen. I don't know why he just stopped bringing that one in, though. Jester, you're not done growing yet. You got 51, but that's 51 out of 70. Keep growing. Roropro is outgrowing you because he knows about the limit. And its increase. Oh dear, this is actually sad to watch. Oh wait, he is spicying, but I don't know how much of that's going to do for him with Roropro being on his trail. Oh dear, don't get full bitted, don't get full bitted, don't get full bitted! He got mostly full bitted, but then he also mostly full bitted Roropro. Right, Kingjester, focus on the mob. Focus on the mob. Focus on the marble. Actually, no, focus on growth. You should have outgrown him earlier, so do it now. Any dead Boltmen here are ones you're not going to get back, so you need to grow. Oh dear, this is bad. Ropro's already got 2 marbles. And that's still having a large Pikmin advantage. I don't think we've ever seen this before. Someone getting 2 full groups of Boltmen that early, and then losing because they just stopped growing after getting the Boltmen. Still, it's not over yet. Kingjester could still win. It's gonna be difficult, but it's possible. Well, there's nothing less possible by the second with Roropro in mid and Kingjester standing around. This is it. Well, Marble would have been on the move if Roropro hadn't taken the Pikmin off it. But he needs to get it on the move again. Jester, what are you doing? Why are you seeding Roropro the marble? Okay, no. He's moving, he's moving, he's on the move, he's on the move. He needs to stop these ball larvae before they eat more of his Pikmin than Roropros. Jester, what are you doing? He's focusing on digging up a marble when there is a marble in play, and should Roropro get it, he will then only have his pocket marble to go. He's thrown the round. It's over. This is actually the worst throw of a round I've ever seen. Well, no, that's a huge exaggeration. The worst throw of a round I've ever seen is still that round of Drought on Champions Core. But this is certainly up there. Yeah, this is just this desperate attempt to stop that marble, but it's not getting stopped. Roropro 4, Kingjester 2. Oh dear. Yeah, Kingjester didn't know that you can get over 50 with bold men. This is why you read the strategy guide. Well, the maps guide, which I made and I'm very proud of. Again, we don't even pretend to be unbiased on this channel. Looks like this time we have Warbox. A lot of this, I think, is going to come down to who can lure the Dwarf Bullbears better. Well, let's see now. Let the round begin! Kingjester is having unusually slow growth. But it seems Roropro is not even trying to lure the bull bears properly. Then again, I wouldn't necessarily expect him to know about that. There is the maps guide that talks about this, but Roropro admittedly is not invested enough in the game to have actually read it. Kingjester, meanwhile, is... well... okay, he's luring, but he's only luring one. Did he get confused and think you can lure the reds too? I mean, you can sort of do it, but they just go back. The reason you lure Transformers is they don't go back. Okay, Jester, what are you doing? Get more! Get more! Oh, wait, no! Jester hasn't got a Shigrox! This means Roropro has a substantial lead, despite not luring. Well, Kingjester only lured one. And Roropro fully knows this and is fully taking advantage of it with a spicy. That said, Roropro is losing quite a few Pikmin to the groin. Now, Jester's arriving with 40 and a spicy of his own. He needs to be very careful not to be full bittered here. Oh, well, not full bittered here, but... right, Kingjester. Bitter! Bitter! Do it now! Do it now! No! That was such a good position to bitter! Now, Kingjester is the one suffering lots of losses to the groin. Constantly getting knocked down by it. Oh dear. Roropro wins this easily, I think. Ropro's 2 marbles up. Kingjester's still getting his Pikmin over there eaten by the larvae. He's 11 Pikmin up. Well, soon to be 7, but still substantial. Well, actually now, 15 to go down to 11. And now preparing to take 2 more marbles, while Jester is still in his base. Okay, he's 10 up, and now spicing again. Alright, decent bitter, but Jester needs to follow it up with a play that can match this. Because Roropro has the Pikmin advantage and the positional advantage. What Jester does have, and could use at the right moment, is a spare bitter from earlier. But now- oh dear! Now Roropro has just used the bitter against Kingjester's unspicy squad, but Jester does not have enough Pikmin left to use the unbitterable spicy! It's over. With a final score of 5-2, Roropro has won the match. That's all for today. I'll be posting the fixtures for the rest of this week at some point later today when I've decided them. So until then,